Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here. Getting my steps in on the range again. Today, we're going to be shooting the 6.5 PRC again, testing some Vihtavuori N565. This will be my first test with the 565. We're going to be starting out probably about midway up the load chart at 49.5 grains, and we'll see how that stuff works out. So y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Okay, we got the target cam set up. It's literally just underneath the target. Got our 5 dots. We're already marked. And for those new to the channel, my dots are just aiming points. Those are 1/2-inch dots. They're kind of bigger than what I normally use, but the little 3/8 dots, I seem to be out of them. So I'm running with 1/2-inch dots now. And those dots are just an aiming point. I'm not necessarily trying to hit them. So, if I hit them, okay, I wipe out my aiming point. I would prefer to miss them and give me one solid black aiming point to look at, because we can always adjust the scope when we find the load we want. So, let me get some more steps in. We'll get back to the bench, and we'll get to shooting. Oh, we got just a little bit of a cool breeze. It was pretty stinking cool this morning, but sun's coming up. It's getting brighter. Hopefully y'all can see okay, because I took my bright sunshine filter off the camera, so hopefully it's not too dark and grainy. 100 yards that way, we've got our target. We're going to be starting with 49.5 grains of Vihtavuori N320. I'm going to try the Garmin on the right side, pardon me, the left side of the gun. Last time we shot, we had it on the right side of the gun. We'll see if it's easier for me. Last time out, we also connected it to the phone. Yes, it saves the data of the phone, but it doesn't give you the data on the phone until you end the session. So, I still kind of like the lady in the box to talk to me. But we're burning daylight. Ears in, eyes on, target camera's running, y'all are running. Shot of accuracy juice. This will be 49.5 grains Vihtavuori N320 on the left-hand dot. $25.99. Actually, a little bit faster than I expected. $25.96. And it looks like it hit just about a 1/2 inch off the other dot, or off the other hit. $26.08. Is that me moving around? I don't know. But our 3-shot average was 26.01. Our extreme spread was 11.9. And our standard deviation, 5.2. Okay, so we are loaded up with 50.0 grains of Vihtavuori N565. Barrel is still ice cold. And I was looking at that first group off camera. when we get to the top load, if we're still hitting to the right before we, when we shoot the fourth load, we're going to have to aim left, or we're going to shoot our stick holding up the target. Okay, this will be 50.0 grains of Vihtavuori N565. $26.19, and it looks like it hit at the same spot. And when I say same spot, like 4 o'clock, a little bit off the half-inch dot. $26.19. And it hit just above, like 1 o'clock, maybe 3/8 of an inch off the first shot. $26.06, and I had a little hesitation in my trigger pull there because there were 2 birds came flying right through the scope, probably down around between the 50 and the 25 yard line. They flew right through the crosshairs, so I stopped on the trigger, otherwise we'd have had a puff of feathers down there. I know, I guarantee it. It looks like it's a pretty good group. So our average is 26.15, our extreme spread is 13.2, and our standard deviation is 6.2. Very nice. I've got the screen set up now, so I have all 3 of those data points showing on the front screen. I don't have to go look for them. I get my individual shot data, and then I have my extreme spread, average, and standard deviation. You have the flexibility to set that up however you want. Right now I have average in the middle, extreme spread to the left, and standard deviation to the right. We're going to let that barrel warm we'll let the barrel cool just a second, and I'm going to run down and check the target camera, make sure everything's still running. Alrighty, that last group, that looks like that's going to be just under 1/2 an inch and a very nice little triangle, but of course y'all have already seen that. Y'all saw it as it landed. I do have my calipers here today, unlike the last time when I forgot them. Somebody in the comments was asking for some measurement here, so we're going to get that for them, just in case they see this one, and then they'll have their answer. So we're measuring the base of the case before firing, and we are at 0.5295 inches. All the brass comes out of my sizing die at 0.5295. For giggles, I measured the new nozzler brass I have and the new Lapua brass I have, and they are 0.5295. So everything's good there. Next, we're going to remeasure it after we fire this first shot. So this will be a nice cold barrel. Continuing with 50.5 grains of Vihtavuori N565, pushing the 147 grain ELDM. And it's a nice cool morning this morning. It's warmed up to about 45 degrees, I think. I'm almost a little bit cool in my t-shirt, but we got 2 things going against the cameras right now. It's cold, and the cameras don't like the cold, but the target camera's sitting in the sun, so it's heating up. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but this will be the first shot with Vihtavuori 565 at 50.5 grains on the center dot. Here we go. $26.39. And fresh out of the chamber, we measure 0.5315. So we went from 0.5295 to 0.5315. Hopefully that answers the question of the viewer who wanted to know what the brass expanded to. Continuing with 50.5 grains. Oi, did I just create a double feed? Yes, I did. That's what I get for talking and shooting. Okay, so 26.39 for the first shot. And that first shot looks like it came up a little bit. Maybe. $26.46, and that one went down. I'm thinking 50.5 is not going to be a load. $26.49. I think each one of those shots got progressively faster. Nice. Okay, our three-shot average with 50.5 grains of 565 was 26.45. Our extreme spread was 10. Our standard deviation was 4.3. But this rifle didn't like that load. Soon we'll be doing another test with the H4831, starting at, if we remember correctly, we ended at 54.0 and had 53.5 was really good group, 54.0 was like 2 shots in a hole, but I had a dud primer. So we're going to start at 53.5 and do 53.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and we're going to go up to 54.3. So that's probably going to be spread out over a couple of videos, but we're going to go in 1 grain increments now between those two loadings that we're getting us speed, numbers, and group. Okay, so this will be 51 grains of Vihtavuori N320, about N320, that's my pistol load, N565. Let me reset the chrono. And chronograph setup is so easy with that Garmin. And there's literally no way to ever shoot it again unless I put it in front of the gun and screw up. Okay, this is 51.0 on a cold barrel. $26.66. That brass is still coming out cold. Also, for the table haters, I get a lot of hate for this shooting bench because, oh my God, the bench moves. If you watch closely, once I'm wrapped up into the gun and locked down, we're not moving. The table doesn't move until the bullet's already left the barrel. So keep that in mind. Yes, it moves around when I'm moving around, but once I'm locked in, it's solid. Continuing with 51.0 Vihtavuori N565, pushing the 147 grain ELDM. 2658. $26.75. Okay. Nice. Okay, our average 26.66, our extreme spread 17.4, and our standard deviation 7.1. Nice. Okay, we're going to let the barrel cool. I'm going to double check the target camera. Be right back. Alrighty, so I ran down and checked the targets. Target camera still functioning. Looked at the last group, compared where it hit to where it would be hitting if I was on the last dot, and it looks like I would take my support stick out. So I'm going to aim 1/2 mil left, which should put the group somewhere about on the dot. Hopefully, I don't wipe my dot out though. But we'll see what happens. Camera's running, target camera's running, chronograph's running with no fear of being shot. Okay, 1/2 mil left. Okay, 1/2 mil left, put me just left of the target of the dot. We will leave it right there. And 51.5, yes, 51.5 gave us 26.94. We will continue to shoot 1/2 mil left for the remaining 2 shots. $26.94. Didn't feel real good about that trigger squeeze. $26.96. 200 feet slower than I want. But some impressive numbers. 3-shot group was 2695.1. Extreme spread 1.9. Standard deviation 0.9. Wow. I've never had a spread and deviation numbers that low. Interesting. We will be continuing with some 565 testing, I think. Let's end session, and we can power down the chrono. Alrighty, let me go recover that target, and we'll see how we did. Alrighty, so Vihtavuori N565, pushing 147 ELDM at 49.5, and right at about 2,600 feet per second, it gave us 1.23 inch group. Coming up about 25 feet per second and 1/2 grain of powder, 50 gave us a 0.565 inch group. And everything seems to be hitting consistently to the right. 50.5 gave us a 0.985 inch group. 51 opened up and gave us a 0.134 inch group. Now 51.5. Those who sped through and maybe skipped big chunks on the rewatch are going to say, wow, that hit way to the right or hit way to the left. No, it didn't. Because these were all hitting right, I knew we would end up here, which would take up my support stake. So I aimed a 1/2 mil left. Put them over here. and gave us a 0.881 inch group. While that group's not a bug hole, if you missed the chrono data, that had a average speed of like 2665, Creedmoor speed, an extreme spread of 1.9, and a standard deviation of 0.9. So there's good possibilities ahead at the next time we test 565. Not bad at all. Alrighty, y'all. It is cold out this morning. I can't believe I'm running around in a t-shirt. Cold's hard on the batteries. The target battery was almost dead. This battery is almost dead, so I'm going to be quick. First test of Vihtavuori N565, I think it went pretty well. We got some outstanding extreme spread and standard deviation numbers when we hit 51.5. We will keep going up. We had 3 groups under an inch. One of them was just a tick over half an inch. That was at a much slower speed, but we'll see what happens when we go up a little bit higher. With all that being said, I want to remind y'all, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. If you're in a constitutional carry state, get a CCW anyways. You may travel. Today, I'm wearing my Everyone's a Hero at the 7-yard line shirt and falling over in my chair. There's a link to the store down below in the description and blah, blah, blah. Got t-shirts, coffee cups, beer mugs or beer glasses, tumblers, lots of good stuff down there. Caps. Feel free to support the channel if you can. If not, I understand. So until next time, y'all stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it.
Hit.